We will start off the implicit animation section by making a little bit of a game. So the game is that you need to click these boxes as they appear on the screen. And now I've lost the box. It's probably because it's the same color as the background. But yeah, you get the idea. Very simple. And at this point, it's also very boring, at least visually boring. So let's quickly just go through the code just so you have an idea. And what is happening is we have a stateful widget and then a variety of different attributes that change depending on a random value that you assign to it. So every time you click one of these boxes, it just gives a new random value to the properties of the box, meaning it will appear in a different location and it will have a different color and a different size. And we are updating these values by calling setState. So as an example, in the actual button where you click it, or the actual container where you click it, this is wrapped with a gesture detector, and we are just calling setState. And that is how we are changing the states of these little boxes to make sure that they are updated to the screen. So what we want to do is we actually want to make this animate. We don't want the box to just randomly appear at a new point. We actually want it to animate to that point, and we also want it to animate its color and its size. And what I'm hoping to achieve with this video is just to illustrate how easy it is in Flutter to do animation. So let's inspect the source code. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to go down, and this container is the little boxes that appear. And as I said, this is wrapped in a gesture detector, and as you tap it, it just updates the states of the box. So these are the values that we pass into the container. We have a width, a height, and a color, and we want these to animate between different values. And that is very easy to do in Flutter. All you need to do is change a container to be an animated container. And you will also need to provide a duration. So the duration is the time that the animation will take. And in a duration, you can specify milliseconds, seconds, minutes, or even hours. We will specify milliseconds, and we will set it to be equal to 500 milliseconds. And now if we click run and click start, you can see that it animates the color and the size of the box. So this is exactly what we want. Very easy to do. And next, we would also like to animate the position, or at least we want to animate the align. So we don't want the box just to pop up at a random location. We want it to smoothly move or interpolate to a new value. So we can do that the same way as the animated container. We can just make an animated align. And this will also require a duration. And we will also set this to be 500 milliseconds. And now if we hit run and start, you can see it is interpolating or smoothly changing to a new position. And that is that. Now our game is 10 times better than it was. And as you saw, there is nothing special that you need to do. You literally just need to update the states of the application or the states of the attributes that you pass in. And Flutter will automatically interpolate the animation from the old value to the new value. Something else that you can specify is a curve. And the curve basically defines how your animation will behave. As an example, you can specify a curve of bounce out. And let's hit run. And now you can see it makes a little bit of a bounce effect. So this is not what I want. I would rather set this to be ease, and an easing curve will just start very fast and end slow as well. And there are a variety of different curves, and we will explore this in a later video. And we will also explore the duration property in depth in an upcoming video. I hope this illustrates how easy it is to do animations in Flutter. However, implicit animations are not a end-all, cure-all widget, but in certain regards they are limited. For example, you cannot stop an animation once it has already started. All you can do is tell the widget to update to a new value. If you want fine-grained control over your animation or achieve very custom-looking animations, then we would need to start from the building blocks and make our own animations. However, for a lot of use cases, an implicit animation will probably get you there 90% of the time. I would also like to illustrate that this does not need to be within the same stateful widget. So I'm just going to copy all of this code, and I'm going to paste this into Visual Studio Code. And as you can see, this is all within the same stateful widget. And as I said, I'm just updating the state and then assigning new random values. And then Flutter will automatically transition to the new values. But we don't actually need this to be in the same widget or the same stateful widget. So I'm going to extract this. I'm going to say extract widget, and I'm going to call this box. And as you can see, this box is now a stateless widget, and we are just passing in the values to this box. And within the stateful widget, we are changing these values and then just passing it in. And I'm just going to copy this code over and paste it in .pad. And if we hit run, you will see it's still exactly the same. See if you can actually make this game funner, and also see if you can beat my high score. My high score is 14 at the time of recording, and maybe it will be higher. If you are familiar with implicit animations, and if this video made complete sense to you, then feel free to skip to the next section. If you are new to animations in general, then definitely watch the next couple of videos discussing implicit animations in detail and showing further examples and showing what widgets actually provide the capabilities to do implicit animations.